Russell Brand, Further Threat. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. If you have not already accessed my comprehensive analysis of Russell Brand to determine what he is, I'd very much encourage you to do so. Not only is it an interesting examination of various aspects of Mr. Brand's life, but it also helps you understand more about how the analysis is conducted to assist you in understanding the certain personality types of individuals. For those of you that do want to review the series without knowing the outcome, I'd encourage you to halt watching this video and return to it. For the rest of you who already know, having watched the series, good on you, or those that simply don't care, whoa, such edgelords you are, then the outcome, of course, as you'll know, or don't care, is that he's a narcissist. By establishing that through a comprehensive examination of evidence over a sustained period of time, that enables us then to interpret his behaviours through the prism of his narcissism, and to understand why he behaves as he does, how he might react to certain situations, providing us with informed decision-making. Brand has faced a number of allegations against him with regard to sexual misconduct, and he has not been charged with anything and naturally is innocent until proven guilty. The Metropolitan Police continue to look at those matters, which amount to threats to control to the extent that they come up on Mr. Brand's radar. But there is a further threat to control that has arisen. As per the BBC and an article by Doug Faulkner, Russell Brand has been accused of sexually assaulting an extra on a film set in a civil lawsuit filed in the United States. First of all, the accusation of sexual assault is a threat to control of the narcissist because it suggests that he has done something wrong, and therefore that offends his need for control. Furthermore, the presence of a lawsuit, which suggests that he ought to pay compensation and damages as a consequence of his conduct, is further a threat to control, both in terms of the allegations contained therein and the assumption that the individual is entitled to make a claim against his assets. Thus, the lawsuit poses a double threat to the narcissist: the allegations of itself and the fact that where the lawsuit seeks a remedy such as damages, compensation, restitution, etc., those matters are a claim upon the financial circumstances of the narcissist and therefore amount to a threat to control also. The third problem arises also from the amplification of these allegations through their reportage in the media. The article explains that during filming for the rom-com Arthur in July 2010, the comedian is alleged to have exposed himself to the anonymous woman before following her into a bathroom and sexually assaulting her. Naturally, none of this has been proven. If it is correct, the act of exposure shows a sense of entitlement, an absence of emotional empathy for the person that he exposes himself to, a lack of accountability for his behaviour, and is a rudimentary form of manipulation designed to compel the person to come under control and draw fuel from them. Following her into a bathroom shows a sense of entitlement, and if he sexually assaulted her, again, that exhibits an absence of emotional empathy, a sense of entitlement, rudimentary manipulation, and an absence of accountability, along with poor boundary recognition. A narcissist is someone that would be likely to engage in such behaviour of exposure and sexual assault. Not all narcissists behave in that manner, and just because someone is a narcissist doesn't necessarily mean that that is what they will do. It may well be, notwithstanding the fact that Russell Brand is a narcissist, that he did not engage in this behaviour. A court needs to try the evidence. But given that he is a narcissist, it increases the possibility that he would engage in such behaviour compared to a non-narcissist because of his inherent need for control, his need for fuel, etc. Brand is facing accusations of rape, sexual assaults and emotional abuse after reports in the British media. He denies the allegations, first line of the twin lines of the narcissistic defence, and says his relationships were always consensual. If that wasn't the case, that would be a revision of history. Brand has yet to respond to the lawsuit. British police have said they are investigating a number of claims made against Brand, but the case, filed with New York State Supreme Court on Friday, marks the first time any such accusations have been made in a lawsuit. In an affidavit, the woman, referred to as Jane Doe, claims the actor had appeared intoxicated, smelled of alcohol, and was carrying a bottle of vodka on set before the assault on the 7th of July 2010. He then exposed himself to his accuser in full view of the cast and crew, the papers say. Later, the same day, the plaintiff says Brand entered the bathroom after her and assaulted her as a member of production crew guarded the door from the outside. Film studio Warner Brothers Pictures and other companies involved in the production are also named as defendants. The woman says, as a result of the alleged abuse, she suffers from extreme embarrassment, shame, and fear, as well as finding it difficult to trust others. She says she has professional concerns about being named in association with the case, as she still works as an actor and fears she could be blacklisted in the industry. She is reported to be seeking unspecified damages from the British actor. The documents say she was initially booked for 3 days, but after the assault was not brought back for the following days and paid for only 1. She also fears harassment from his followers should her identity be revealed, the papers say. That is demonstrative of the fact that the narcissist coterie is supportive of this particular narcissist, and, as a consequence of many of the things that Russell Brand has said, whereby he has sought to nullify the threat to control posed by these allegations by suggesting that it's part of a carefully orchestrated plan to smear him and to convict him of things that he has not done in order to silence him because he speaks the truth about certain matters. It raises with it the fact that numerous people believe that state of affairs, and therefore raises the possibility that somebody that complains about Russell Brand will find themselves on the receiving end of harassment from those members of the coterie. The case has been filed under the Adult Survivors Act, New York legislation, which allows alleged victims of sexual offences for which the statute of limitations has passed to file civil suits for a 1-year period between 24th of November 2022 and 24th of November 2023. Allegations from 4 women towards Brand were first made in a joint investigation by the Sunday Times, Times and Channel 4 dispatches. They claimed the actor had sexually assaulted them in the UK and Los Angeles during a 7-year period, between 2006 and 2013, when he held high-profile jobs at BBC Radio 2, Channel 4, and as a Hollywood actor. Since then, the Metropolitan Police said it was investigating allegations of sexual offences made following media reports about Brand, while Thames Valley Police is also looking into reports of harassment and stalking. A day before the media investigation into Brand was published online, the comedian shared a video on social media where he denied the allegations, nullification of threat to control. In it, he denied serious criminal allegations he said were to be made against him, and said his relationships were absolutely always consensual. A further threat to the control of Russell Brand, and as I mentioned earlier on, it poses a triple threat as a consequence of the allegations themselves, the claim against him monetarily, and the amplification of those allegations through the media. Brand is yet to respond, but is likely once again to utilise the first line of the twin lines of the narcissistic defence, which will be denial, in order to nullify the threat to control, and then he will move on to the next matter until it raises its head again. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.